I'm going to be ranking the best point guards in NBA 2K23 My Team. We have a tier list here ranking from S that goes all the way down to D tier, and we have about 25 of the best point guards in the game. Guys, let me know in the comment section down below who are some of your guys' favorite point guards to run in the game right now, and let me know what you guys would change about my tier list. But the first point guard here we are going to look at is going to be Diamond Caruso. Now, I think he's going to be kind of middle of the pack, maybe low A tier, but I think just to start off the tier list, we're going to throw him in the middle, and we're going to throw him in the B tier category. Caruso, guys, is going to be an amazing point guard. He's a point guard shooting guard, 6'4" with a 6'5" wingspan. He's going to specialize on the defensive end, having a 90 perimeter, 91 lateral quickness with a 90 steal is going to be super nice, and he also does have an 81 block and a 74 interior defense. Defensively, he's going to have Hall of Fame glove and interceptor, which is really nice to have, and then he has tons of good goal defensive badges like Anchor, Challenger, Chase Down Artist, Clamps, and Menace, all really good defensive badges. So overall, I mean, Caruso going to be decently offensively, but he's mainly going to be there for defense, and I do think he's going to be a B tier point guard. Cade Cunningham is going to be our first S tier point guard. If you guys don't know, S tier is going to be my top 5 point guards in the game, and I think Cade is still a top 5 point guard. Now, is Cade number 1 or number 2 like he used to be? I don't think so, but I think Cade is still an amazing point guard. He's a point guard shooting guard, 6'6" with a 7'1" wingspan, and that is going to be the main reason why he's super elite. The fact that he's super tall with a really good wingspan, and he has a 91 3 ball and an 88 mid-range makes him super deadly on the offensive end. He's going to be a great defender. He can lock up any point guard in the game. He's also got an 85 driving dunk, 88 speed with ball, and a 92 ball handle. Also has Hall of Fame amped catch and shoot and corner specialist, which is really nice to have, or not corner specialist, amped catch and shoot and volume shooter, which is really nice to have on your point guard. He's also got Hall of Fame handles for days, which is really nice. And then jump shot wise, I think it's going to be a decent jump shot, and he also has the Michael Jordan dribble style. So Cade Cunningham definitely going to be in my S tier category. Looking at Diamond Jordan Clarkson, I think he's going to be 1 tier below a guy like Caruso. Obviously still going to be an amazing point guard. He's going to be super good offensively. I mean, he's got a decent jump shot, and I think he's going to be glitched defensively. Yeah, so his defensive stats do get a lot better. Having a 92 perimeter, 90 lateral quickness with a 90 steal is going to be super nice, and he's a very well-rounded point guard because of him being glitched on the defensive side of things. He's going to be decent at going to the basket with an 85 driving dunk. He's also got an 86 3 ball, 84 mid-range. Going to be kind of slow for a point guard, only 83 speed with 83 acceleration. Jump shot, like I said, is going to be pretty decent. So he's not a terrible point guard, but I do think he's going to be in that C tier category. Opal Chris Paul. Now, this may be surprising, but I think it's going to be in B tier, and I wouldn't say it's crazy to say that Caruso is a better point guard than Chris Paul. Obviously, Chris Paul is going to be an opal, but he's only 6 foot with a 6'4" wingspan. He can't dunk the ball. Yes, he's going to be a good perimeter defender, but not going to be a good defender on the inside because of that height and because of the player model. He only weighs 175 pounds. He's just going to get mashed on the offensive end. Offensively, is he going to be a good card? Not necessarily. I mean, he's going to be really fast, 97 speed with ball, but I don't think this card is that much better than a guy like Caruso, or even better. So I think B tier is going to be fair. Obviously not a bad point guard. I just don't think I can put him in that A tier category. John Wall, in my opinion, guys, is the best point guard in the game, so he is definitely going to be in that S tier category. Basically just a Russell Westbrook with a jump shot, really athletic going to the basket, and all around is going to be an amazing point guard. Looking at Pink Diamond Steph Curry, now this is an interesting one because Curry is still really good because he's a pink diamond, but he doesn't necessarily fit the meta. But I think he's still got to be in that B tier category. If we look at Curry on 2KDB, he's obviously going to be a great 3-point shooter, 6'3" with a 6'3" wingspan. Like I said, great 3-point shooter, 97 3 ball, 92 mid-range. He can dunk the ball with a 65, but he's not going to be very consistent at dunking the ball. He does have really good Hall of Fame shooting and really good goal playmaking badges. So I think Curry, yes, he's not going to be the best at defenders, and he's not going to be the best at going to the basket. I do think he's still probably going to be in that B tier category. If you know how to use Curry, you can still have a lot of success with this card. Shooting threes, you know, he has a really good fade, and he also does have some pretty good dribble stakes. So I'd say Curry is going to be in that B tier category. I think our first I think our first A tier point guard, guys, is going to be Pink Diamond Derrick Rose. If you guys haven't used this D Rose card, you probably have though. You have either probably played this card a million times, or you have him on your lineup. He's just a very good rim runner. He's 6'3" with a 6'8" 6'8" wingspan, has that 98 speed with ball, also having a 95 ball handle, including Hall of Fame clamp breaker, hyperdrive, quick first step, is going to mean he's really good at getting to the basket. Defensively is where his biggest flaw is. Really not the best a defender, but like I said, going to be really good at going to the basket with a 95 driving dunk and a 98 vertical, having Hall of Fame posterizer, limitless takeoff, and some other really good Hall of Fame finishing badges. So I think D-Rose is going to be our first A-tier point guard. Looking at Pink Diamond Damian Lillard, I really don't think this card's very good. I'm gonna throw him in that C-tier category. He can just not move at all. He has a good jump shot, but his movement is absolutely terrible this year. Looking at Diamond DeJounte Murray, this may shock a lot of people, but I'm going to put DeJounte Murray in that A-tier category. I'm super high on him as a point guard. I do like Caruso as well, and I think him and Caruso are very similar, but this DeJounte card is an absolute beast. Point guard, shooting guard, 6'4" with a 6'10" wingspan, and I will say in-game, he's got a really, really good player model. First thing I want to talk about is going to be the strength, and is going to be the low block and the low interior. So now, he's obviously going to be a good defender on the perimeter, but his interior and his block is super, super low, but I haven't really noticed that in game when I've used this card. And I will say, this card is super, super fast, having 95 speed, 95 acceleration with a 92 ball handle and a 95 speed with ball is going to mean he's really good at getting to the basket. And he's also got a 90 driving dunk with Hall of Fame quick first step. So in my opinion, DeJounte Murray is going to be in that A-tier category, a little bit better than Caruso, but they are going to be very similar of point guards. Looking at Diamond Donovan Mitchell, I think he's barely going to make it into the top 5. I think D-Mitch is probably the 4th or 5th best point guard, but he is going to have to be in that S-tier category. I still love using Donovan Mitchell, still a really good rim runner, and overall is an amazing point guard in my team this year. Looking at the next point guard here is going to be Diamond Goran Dragic, and I think he's going to kind of be on the same level as, honestly, I think Dragic's going to be in D tier. I would rather Clarkson, and I'd rather Jordan Clarkson, and I'd rather a guy like Damian Lillard over Dragic. So Dragic's going to be our first D tier point guard. Definitely not necessarily a bad card, just a lot of better options at the point guard position. Looking at Opal Gilbert Arenas, I think he's going to be an A tier. He's actually not that bad of an Opal. Like, for being an Opal, he should probably be better than he is, but he's still not terrible. He's 6'3" with a 6'9" wingspan. He's going to be a much better Opal than Chris Paul. He's going to be way more well-rounded, even with the badges. Like, he's got Hall of Fame Agent 3, Amped, Comeback Kid, Green Machine, Guard Up, Limitless Range, Space Creator, Volume Shooter. He's even got like Gold Catch and Shoot, Deadeye, Claymore, Blinders. He's got some really good Hall of Fame playmaking and shooting badges. So overall, I think Gilbert Arenas is going to be in that A tier category. I would probably take a guy like D-Rose over Gilbert, but I do think they're going to be pretty close for the high of A tier. Talking about Pink Diamond James Harden, this might surprise a lot of people, but I'm going to go in that A tier category. I like Harden a lot. I think he's super, super nice at that point guard position. It really depends on preference and your play style if you like Harden or not. So I know a lot of people probably have him in B tier, but I'm going to have my Harden at least in that A tier category. Diamond Isaiah Thomas, really going to do nothing special on the court. I think he's probably honestly going to be in that D tier category. Pink Diamond Allen Iverson is going to be in B tier. He is surprisingly really good for only being 6 foot. I'm pretty sure he's 6 foot, right? Yeah, he's 6 foot with a 6'3" wingspan. Surprisingly enough, this card's actually super elite because of the 85 driving dunk, and for whatever reason, he has an amazing jump shot, and he basically dunks on everybody, and he's going to be a solid defender, and he's super fast, and surprisingly enough, really hard to guard. So Allen Iverson is going to be in my B tier category. Not saying he's like the best point guard in the game or super amazing, but he's actually going to be fairly decent and a lot better than you guys would think. So I think he's going to be in that B tier category. Pink Diamond John Morant, is he still a top 5 point guard? I'm not exactly sure. Also, I'm going to move Diamond DeJounte down to that high B tier category. I think him and Caruso kind of have to be on the same tier. They're very similar, and I don't think DeJounte is on the same level as D-Rose, Harden, and John Morant. So I'm going to move DeJounte down to B tier, and Jaw's going to slide up into that A tier category. Diamond Kemba Walker, he's a fun card to use on offense. He's really good offensively, but he's just going to be too small and not that good of a defender. But if you want to have fun with the card, I think Kemba Walker is an absolute bucket on offense. Diamond Jason Kidd, this is an interesting one. I'm not the biggest fan of this card, so I'm probably going to go C tier, but I know a lot of people do like this card, so C tier might be a little bit low. Maybe I should move him up into that B tier category. We might do that later in the video. Russell Westbrook, 100% going to be in that S tier category. If you guys don't know, I mean, I still think Russ is the second best point guard in the game. He's 6'3" with a 6'7" wingspan. He is basically going to be unstoppable going to the basket with a 98 speed with ball, having a 95 driving dunk and a 95 vertical, and he has some of the best dunking dunking animations in the game. If you guys have this card, if you guys played this card, you will definitely know why he's super elite. So good at going to the basket, actually has a pretty decent jump shot, and then he also does have the Michael Jordan dribble style, which is the best dribble style in the game. So defensively, not going to be terrible. So my opinion, guys, Russell Westbrook is going to be in that S tier category. Now here's the dilemma I have with the fifth guy. So in my opinion, these are the top 4 point guards in the game. I think it kind of goes in order like this: John Wall, Russell Westbrook, Cade Cunningham, Donovan Mitchell. And then for my last guy in A tier, I'm going to do that later in the video. At the end of the video, move one of these guys up into that S tier category. But Dwayne Wade, he is going to be in A tier for now. Looking at Pink Diamond P. Maravich, honestly, he's going to go in C tier. And I'm going to move Curry down to C tier as well. I do think Curry's very, very solid, but I just can't have him on the same level as guys like Caruso and DeJounte Murray. But this P. Maravich card is a super underwhelming card, I would say. I thought he was going to be super, super elite and maybe like a top 5 point guard, but he's 6'5" with a 6'8" wingspan, but he only has a 58 block and a 38 interior defense with low steal and a really low driving dunk at 50. He can barely even dunk the ball. So Pete Maravich, he's a fun card to use maybe on offense, like shooting threes. But other than that, I mean, the card's not going to be very good. So he's going to be in that C tier category. Another C tier point guard is going to be Sidney Moncrief. He's decent, but doesn't really excel anything necessarily. I honestly believe, now this might be kind of shocking, but I think Anthony Simons is going to be in that B tier category. That might be the craziest thing on the tier list. And you guys can let me know in the comment section down below. What would you guys change? And just let me know what cards you guys move up and down. But I honestly believe this Anthony Simons card is going to be in the B tier category. I think he's very solid. He's got a good jump shot, and he's going to be really good at going to the rim with the Michael Jordan dribble style and the normal leaner. Now, that might be a little bit crazy putting him in B tier, but honestly, I'm going to throw him in B tier. Talking about Pink Diamond Steve Francis, he's still a really elite rim runner, so I'm going to throw him in that B tier category. And then Nate Archibald, I mean, this card's way too slow. I think I might also move like Sidney Moncrief down into that D tier category. Really not the biggest fan of him at the point guard spot. So now, guys, we got to move one of these A tier point guards up into S tier, and I think it's going to be between probably Derrick Rose, John Morant, and Dwayne Wade. Let me know in the comment section down below, out of these 3 point guards, or maybe anybody in A tier, who would you guys move up into that S tier category as your last 5th best point guard? I'm gonna go Pink Diamond D Wade. And I'm also gonna move probably DeJounte Murray back up into that A tier category, just so the tier list is a little bit more balanced. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like and sub down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.